And we are back on another Tuesday for biceps, triceps, and chest. This is week 2 of week 12. Guys, it's just the same old workout, the same old thing. The only thing that changes is I might go up in weight, I might go down in weight, I might go up in reps, and I might get a little tired and do a little bit of body English like this. Ooh, look at that swinging. But I don't care. I like it. So this video is going to be uploaded hopefully in 4K, and it's better quality than the previous ones. But the one I uploaded yesterday, I think turned out pretty good. Well, it was actually this morning because it took all night to load because the file's a lot bigger. Trying to get better quality video and audio for you guys. Also for myself, because to be truthful, I also like going back and rewatching these videos myself. So Richard is down from 285 pounds to 278 pounds. Now, he's a little discouraged because in 1 week he went from 285 down to 278. But his weight is back up in the 280s again, and he doesn't feel like he lost any weight. And I told him, I was like, look, man, your weight can vary. It can move around with water, hydration, sleep, rest. If you sleep in on the weekend and you get a lot of rest on the weekend, your metabolism will pick up while you sleep, and you'll go longer in a fasted state, and you could end up being lighter when you weigh yourself in. Also, when you're out working on a schedule, you may drink more or drink less water, depends on how the day goes. Also depends on the environment you're in, how hot you are, how much you're sweating, how heated your body is, how much water your body is going to retain, and how much fluid it's going to pull into the cells and try to retain. Like, my body weight is always up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, no matter what. I normally go and eat pho on Sundays at lunch, which is just basically rice noodles and red meat. But all the sodium my body's not used to, so it pulls all that water into the tissue and into my flesh, I guess, for lack of a better term. It pulls all that water and it holds all that sodium. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, my weight is way up like 6-7 pounds. But come Thursday, Friday, my weight's coming back down. So normally Thursday, my weight's close to about where it was on Sunday. Friday, I'm maybe a pound or two off. Saturday, I'm either the weight that I was on Sunday or just a pound below or a pound above. Then Sunday, I'm normally down 1 or 2 pounds. So Sunday morning, first thing in the morning is when I go off of my weight, because it's consistent with what I eat, how much I eat, how much sleep I get, how much rest I get, how much water, how much fluid. So it's consistent. And then come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, my weight's back up. So your body can fluctuate in water quite a bit and retain a lot of water. And also, if you're constipated, if you're backed up, if you had a really good bowel movement or just whatever, your body weight can fluctuate. So that's why it's good to just kind of like look at it only once a week and just watch that one number and see what it's doing. And even if it doesn't change or it's up half a pound or 1 pound, that doesn't necessarily mean you haven't lost any weight. It doesn't mean you gain weight either, because if you're eating the exact same food you're eating the week before, you're doing the exact same workout, if not pushing harder and doing more weight or more reps, you're doing cardio or even more cardio or the same amount of cardio and eating the same amount of food, there is no way you gained any fat. You could possibly have gained some muscle. There's a high probability you gained inflammation. And there's a high probability you're retaining water, or you have a lot of waste inside your stomach and in your bowels that hasn't pushed through yet. So you might just be backed up. So don't get discouraged if your weight's not where you think it should be for that week, and give it a week. Like, I've had guys that I've helped out, including myself, that like 2 weeks my weight didn't change. Then on the third week, all of a sudden I was down 3 pounds. And it was just because I was bloated and backed up, or my body was retaining a lot of water, or it was summer and I was drinking a whole lot of fluid and water and taking in more salt. So my body's water retention was up. Then when I got some rest, I got some sleep, I got in the cold air, I was able to get out of the heat, my body weight came down. So your body weight will fluctuate a lot. So don't get caught up on that. Also, your stomach can change from the way it looks in the morning to evening. Same for your arms, how puffy your skin is, how smooth you look, depending on if you work in the heat, if you work in the air conditioning, a controlled environment, or if you're in and out of the AC and the heat. It all varies. So don't get caught up on the scale too much. I know the channel's you, me, and the scale is a measuring tool, and that's all it is. It's not an exact. It doesn't mean you're not making progress, because there's a lot of outside interferences and influences that can change your body weight and your body composition. So take that for what it's worth, especially if you're depleting your sodium all week and you're not eating hardly any sodium. Then the weekend rolls around and you have a cheat meal, or you allow yourself to have extra salt in your food or a salty beverage, your body can pull that sodium in, and it can pull in a lot of fluid with that sodium into the tissue, and it can hold on to that for a couple of days and not want to let it go. Also, if your body's not used to the workouts, if you change your workout up, you start doing more reps and more sets, or more intensity and less reps and rest sets, just by changing your training volume either up or down or left or right or however you want to move it, which direction, that can introduce a new stress and a new stimulus to your body, which can cause your body to retain more fluid because your inflammation is going to be up. Your body's going to be inflamed, and it's going to retain more water and hold on to more water, especially if you're not weighing out your sodium. I weigh out my salt. I do 12 grams of salt a day, and then I get the exact same amount of beef stock, and that's the only salt I get all day. I only get what's in my beef stock, and then I only get the 12 grams throughout the day. So my sodium's very consistent except for on Sundays, because Sundays I go out to eat with my wife and I have one meal of pho. And that changes the amount of sodium that I have for the day, which changes the way that my body pulls fluid into the tissue, which causes my body to swell up and get really puffy, I guess. I don't know. You can't really tell because I'm still fat and gross. But whenever I get leaner and I get down to a much lower body fat percentage, then it'll be a lot more noticeable whenever my body's holding water versus when it's not holding water towards the end of the week or the beginning of the week, and you'll be able to notice it better. At least I hope that's how it goes. I hope I get to the point where I can actually display it. Like, look, this is what I look like on Saturday, Sunday. Then I come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Here's what I look like from eating this and my sodium and water going up. I haven't gained any fat. I haven't put any additional body weight on. It's just I'm retaining more fluid. Hopefully I can get to that point and I can display it and show it, So keep that in mind whenever you guys are doing this and everything. So it can vary day to day. Like today, me and my wife, we were off of work today because it was summer. Oh, not summer. It was the first day of school. So all three of my kids went to school today. So I got to bring my 5-year-old to kindergarten for his first day. So that was a lot of fun. And then I got to bring my middle child to second grade, and my daughter, she was in high school, 9th grade. She took the bus because her school's too far. So, I was able to see them all off today and go pick them up. And I had a lot of running around and errands to do. Now, I could have found excuses to not stick to my diet or not drink the same amount of fluids that I do or not get the same amount of salt or not go on my walks, but I didn't. I made my food. I brought it with me. I ate what I was supposed to eat when I was supposed to eat it. I stopped off at gas stations and heated up my food whenever I needed to eat. And then I drank water as I needed, especially the same amounts at the same times that I normally drink my water and my fluid. My day was very consistent with what it normally is. The only difference is I was out and about running around, doing my vehicle inspection, my registration, taking my wife's ring to get it inspected for her annual inspection, just everything, looking at furniture to pick out new couches for our living room. There's a lot of stuff I did today that I could have let get in the way of my dieting and my walks, but I didn't. It's accountability for your actions. You have to be accountable for your actions. You have to plan ahead. If you pre-make your food, there's no excuses not to have your food. If you say, I'm going to wait to wake up to cook my food tomorrow, then you sleep in, then you wake up and you're like, oh, it's my eating time, but then I'm going to have to cook my food and that's going to put me an hour behind. And then by the time I get done with that, I'm going to be this hungry, Oh man, I shouldn't even do it today. Or maybe I should do it tomorrow, just restart tomorrow. The reason why I know this is because I'm guilty of this. I have done this many times. I'll just cook it in the morning and then I sleep in, I wake up, I'm late for my first meal. So then I'm like, well, now I have to skip this meal and eat this meal, but it's going to take me this long to cook that. So it's going to put my time off and that puts this off, which puts that off. And then I just don't diet for the whole entire day and I just screw the day away and I just lose all the results. I know this because I have lived it firsthand. I have experienced it. I'm no different than anybody else on the face of this planet. I found excuses to get out of doing it. Found excuses to say, well, not today. Not today, I'll do it tomorrow. So if you plan ahead and you get everything ready the night before, no matter how tedious or how boring or how repetitive it becomes, just like the routine and the workout, it will prevent you from messing up and it will help you stay accountable and keep on your goals and keep on the path to achieving your goal. Consistently repeating the same thing over and over and over again to yield the results that you want. Now, obviously, the diet has to change over time. Your training has to change over time. You cannot continuously do the same amount of reps and sets and weight, like you cannot eat the same amount of food and do the same amount of cardio. It has to change. But you have to be consistent with the effort that you're putting into this. And the more effort you put into it at night, getting ready for the next day, the higher your chances are of being successful and succeeding in this journey. So keep that in mind, guys. Don't let other things get in the way of your success, especially you. Don't let you get in your way. But anyways, guys, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching.